Come here. Come here. Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming. And apparently, the entire video game industry looked at the date, I believe November 19th, and said, nope, we got Blood of Dawnwalker, we got Wolverine, we got Fire Emblem, we got Dawn of War, we got Dune, we got Control Resonant, we got Silent Hill Townfall, we have Onimusha, and there's like a bunch of other ones that I'm probably not mentioning, but like that's enough already to just make the point I'm trying to make, which is some of these games are even releasing on the same day. And I've seen a lot of conversation about what's that going to mean for sales. I share that concern. I'm worried about these games. I know what they're trying to avoid is a means to save their sales, but also just all of them going to September now is like, is that going to help? On the other side, I'm starting to wonder if this is all this like absolutely ridiculous release calendar that's coming in the pending month could create one of the strangest and most interesting social months for games we've had in a long time. Because let's get the obvious problem out of the way first. I don't think this is a necessarily good thing for developers making these games. Games are expensive. People have limited money. Games are just that cost versus how many games we can get. Limited time. Increasingly, publishers seem to expect every game to immediately become a Fortnite level of success and make their monies back in some way, shape, or form. And numerous other things. I mean, go to One Take Schreier. He's got a ton of videos about what the business is and has talked about it at length. I think that's where you'll find the most education on that subject matter. But here, I kind of want to talk about things like, so when you have like Control or Silent Hill releasing together, and Wolverine is sitting a week earlier, and Onimusha is arriving immediately after that, and there are another half dozen games surrounding them, somebody's inevitably going to get squeezed. In an industry where we've watched talented studios struggle, even after releasing amazing and good games of all kinds, it's scary. There's no guarantee, there's no certainty, and that is a genuine worry to be had. Those release dates have already been chosen. I don't see anything moving dramatically beyond this in any real way, or any other solution. So what I guess I'm now kind of curious about, knowing this is kind of like the state of things and where it's going to be, is what are we actually going to do? Usually when major games launch, there's like this little moment within the games culture where it kind of converges on those games. You open Discord and everybody's talking about the boss they're stuck on, or you go online and everyone's sharing clips about the same game. Your podcasts are all talking about, your YouTube feed is full of it, guides, interesting conversation, behind the scenes footage. That's happening right now for me with two games in particular. We're getting a lot of Splatoon Raiders, and we're getting a lot of Big Walk, and you're seeing the fervor and the fandom around those two games, and it happens. You just go through those a couple games, a little bit of a window, and it's smaller, it's more paced out. For a weekend, sometimes even a few weeks, like I said, we're all having a bit of the same conversation, or you're seeing it in all these spaces. But now with what's happening with September, I think that completely breaks it. I might be playing Onimusha while one of my friends is disappearing into Blood of Dawnwalkers, while another friend is like trying to 100% platinum Wolverine. And then we got the strategy person over here in another group playing Dawn of War, while 2 or 3 of friends are trying to do multiple playthroughs of Fire Emblem. And meanwhile, another friend is trying to convince everyone that Silent Hill Townfall is the game we should all be playing right now and is not being played enough. And suddenly the question isn't, are you playing the new game? It's, what are you playing, like, in this buffet? And I think there's something about that I'm really digging, I think it's going to be interesting. Instead of everyone kind of arriving with opinions about one game, everyone's going to be becoming an advocate for their game. Dude, have you seen what Control is doing? No, dude, I've been too deep into what Onimusha's been up to. And someone else is like, man, I've never seen anyone approach Dawnwalker like this and that. And people start exchanging all these different experiences in a much more condensed period of window. And I think it helps, right? It's like exchanging experiences as opposed to just comparing them. And in that sense, holding on to that thought, I think September is going to start making the game space feel much more like a games festival or or like what you experience at like a summer game fest, which I recently went to, or a film festival for a more familiar thing, where everyone's attending the same event, but no one saw the exact same thing. You got a couple little pools here and there, and you come back, you compare notes, everyone's excited about the next thing, and you're all kind of having these conversations in between. And September again might become less about the game everyone's playing and more about the games everyone is discovering. And I think discovery is the part of this that I'm trying to hold on to as the silver lining. You may have smaller communities form around them at launch, but maybe it adds to the longevity of the conversation on each one of these games. Instead of like one release window consuming the entire conversation, you get pockets of Control and Onimusha and Fire Emblem and all these things. And of course, you'll probably still have your like tent poles that just permeate, which like Wolverine is more than just, I think, a video game thing. It's a film, it's a comic, it's a larger IP. So some of these might gravitate towards the becoming the larger thing, and maybe I'm wrong altogether. But I think it's worth acknowledging that this video and kind of what I'm trying to do is like less so predicting where it's going and more of like, oh, what could this bring out in the culture. And so yeah, everyone is running away from GTA, this game that we expect to dominate the cultural conversation when it comes out. I mean, there's been memes and jokes about people planning their paternity leave around that. There's even now a special Netflix preview event thing occurring, and how is that even a thing? I've never seen something like that. But that said, in having this occur, this is happening. GTA 6 is GTA 6. It's just existing. It's created around it a lot of these interesting kind of cultural conversations and experiments around games. I'm still worried about what September means financially. Like, that's not lost on me. I don't want good games or talented developers to suffer in any way, shape, or form simply just because they picked the wrong date or time, and that can happen. But these games are coming. Like, that's the reality of it now, a month out. And as a player and as an observer of the game space and the experiences we have with games, I'm really fascinated with what we're going to be seeing happen. And kind of, instead of asking each other what we're playing, kind of looking at what are we all playing one thing, or what are you playing kind of moment. And I think you're going to get a lot of different answers with the caliber of games and the excitement I've had with a few of these games. I've previewed a few of them and I've loved them, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I think it breeds a larger question that I may visit another video, where it's like, is launch of a game the best time to play a game? Because there's always this pressure of the conversation in the moment, or the release window, or now several release windows. So that I might say that for another conversation. But until then, I'm very curious, what do you plan on playing in September? And more importantly, what game are you worried about everyone's going to overlook? Let's broaden it out, even beyond September, around the other edges, because Star Wars Zero Company is coming out, and so is No Rest for the Wicked, I think on either end, in like late August and early October. And I think those games are also going to consume a lot of people's time and energy. So just the entire general vicinity of September is kind of being hit. But what game are you championing? What's the one that you think more people should be taking note of? I'd love to hear, and let's all brace for impact. Until next time, I'll catch you on the next save point.